Sa video natin ngayon, let us try to solve this problem. And then after nyan, I will explain kung paano siya ma-apply sa shear and moment diagrams. Especially kapag hindi tayo nagsa-start sa vertex. So we have a spandrel here. And then if the line drawn from the curve at a point 12 meters along the horizontal axis, ito yan, yung point na yan, is tangent to that point, what is the area of the shaded part? Itong naka-blue. Now normally, yung pag-solve natin dyan is we consider the area of the whole spandrel, then ibabawas natin yung area na to, itong hindi naka-shade. So let's try to solve this the conventional way, and then I will explain later ano yung shortcut dito. So let's begin. The base of the spandrel is 20 meters daw, and then the height is equal to 10 meters. Now always yan na yung horizontal distance ng base must be measured from the vertex to apply the spandrel formula. But there's actually another way, which I will explain later. So to apply the spandrel formula, kailangan pala yung horizontal distance is measured from the vertex. So essentially, kapag ganito yung figure mo, ayan, and then, di ba parang spandrel siya. It may look like a spandrel, pero you can't apply the spandrel formula since yung point na yan is wala siya sa vertex. So yan lang yung dapat mong tandaan. And then yung vertex, yung concavity kapag 2 degree na curve is paganyan lang or paganto. If your function is y in terms of x, so yan yung y equals x squared, ito naman yung y equals negative x squared. So yung vertex, andito yan. So hindi pwedeng andito yung vertex, since pag i-extend mo yan, parang ganyan siya. Ayan, so dito yung vertex. So dito sa point na yan, we can solve the slope of this line by differentiating the equation of this curve. So to develop the equation of this curve, ito, we can use ratio and proportion. So yung ratio and proportion natin is, yung height ng buong spandrel is 10. Tapos yung base niya naman is equal to 20. Now since this is to the second degree, yung 20 dyan, kailangan naka-square. Parang ano lang, squared property of a parabola. Now, if this is to the third degree, then papalitan mo yan ng 3. Parang ganyan lang. So, equals, kukuha tayo ng height dyan. Sabihin natin y. And then, ito naman, from the vertex, this is at a distance x. So, we would have y is to x squared din, since to the second degree. Therefore, our equation is y equals 10 times x squared. Multiply mo lang yan dyan. And then divided by 20 squared. So, ito na yung equation natin. Now, we can simplify that. 10 divided by 20 squared is equal to 1 over 40. So, y pala, yung equation ng curve na to, is 1 over 40 x squared. Now, differentiating this, para makuha natin yung dy over dx, yung slope ng tangent line, this would become dy over dx equals, multiply mo yung 2 dyan, 2 times 1 over 40, magiging 1 over 20. Then, bawas ng 1 sa exponent, we have x. So, 1 over 20x. So, ito yung gagamitin natin to calculate the slope of the tangent line at any point. Now, this is at a point 12 meters from the vertex. So, papalitan natin yan ng 12. Yan yung slope ng tangent line at this point. Ayan, emphasize natin. So, we would have 1 over 20 multiplied by 12. So, 12 over 20 reduces into 3 over 5. So, ito yung slope. Diba, slope is equal to rise over run. Therefore, yung tangent line na yan, meron siyang rise over run, which is 3:5. So, 3 yung rise, ito naman 5. So, once alam na natin yan, then we can reduce this into different shapes. So, ito, we can draw a vertical line dyan. Sa area na yan, we can apply the spandrel formula, since this is measured from the vertex, yung horizontal distance na yan. And then, ito naman, this is just the area of a trapezoid. So, easily solvable. Now, to solve the height at this point, we can just plug in x 12 meters dito sa equation ng curve. So, at x equals 12, input natin yan, 1 over 40 multiplied by 12 squared. So, yung height pala dyan is equal to 3.6. This one. So, pag extend natin yung line na to, sulat na lang natin. 3.6 meters. Ayan. So, alam na natin yung height dyan. But, what about this height? Yung buong height na yan. Yung gagawin natin dyan, solve muna natin yung distance na to. So, to solve that, just apply ratio and proportion. For triangles lang. So, sabihin natin, this is y. Now, ito yung slope. 3 over 5 daw. So, we have 3 over 5 by ratio and proportion. Then, yung rise niya is equal to y. Tapos, yung horizontal distance naman is equal to 8. Ayan. So, divided by 8. Therefore, y is equal to 8 times 3, 24 over 5. So, ano yan? This is 4.8. So, now, to solve the blue area of the shaded portion na lang, this is equal to the area of the whole spandrel, SP na lang for spandrel, then minus the area of this smaller spandrel, minus naman this trapezoidal area. Ayan. Area ng trapezoid. So, this would become area ng whole spandrel, the whole base is 20. Then, yung height niya naman is equal to 10. So, 20 times 10. Then, BH over n plus 1 yan. So, yung degree is 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Then, minus area ng small spandrel. The base is 12. The height is 3.6. Yung na-solve natin. Then, divided by 3. Minus area ng trapezoid. So, the area of the trapezoid is a plus b over 2 multiplied by the perpendicular distance separating the two parallel lines. So, this is 3.6. Ito naman, 3.6 plus 4.8. Magiging ano yan? 8.4. So, 3.6 plus 8.4 divided by 2. Then, yung horizontal distance is 8. So, masusolve na natin yung area na yan. Input na lang natin sa calculators. We have 20 times 10 over 3. Then, minus 12 times 3.6 divided by 3 plus, minus pala. 3.6 plus 8.4 over 2. Then, multiplied by 8. So, yung area dyan is equal to 64 over 15. Ayan. So, meter squared. Now, what if I told you na merong mas magandang solution dyan? Just by using the spandrel formula. Ito yung magic. We can apply the spandrel formula for this one just by considering this horizontal distance, and then yung height naman na i-consider natin is this one. Yung height na yan. Now, I believe hindi drawn to scale yung figure natin kasi 4.8, 3.6, masyadong mahaba siyang tingnan. But just assume na it's drawn to scale. Now, 10 minus 4.8 minus 3.6, this would give us 1.6. So, if this height is 1.6, and then this horizontal distance is equal to 8, we can actually apply the spandrel formula. Yan yung pwede mong ma-apply kapag nag-draw ka ng tangent line at any point sa curve. So, tingnan nyo. Yung base niyan is 8, height is 1.6, then degree is 2. So, yung area ng shaded area would be equal to base na 8 times 1.6 na height divided by 3. Equals. So, input natin yan. Equals. Makukuha natin 64 over 15 pa rin. Ayan. But try to notice na napakaikli lang ng solution compared kanina. So, ano yung importance nito? How can we apply this formula? Meron tayong sample problem. Ito. So, itong problem na to, nasa YouTube channel yan. And if you would try to recall, mahaba yung naging solution natin. Papakita ko So last time, ito yung ginawa natin. Trapezoidal load kasi yan, so hindi uniform yung degree ng dalawang shapes. Kasi merong triangular shape, meron ding rectangular. So kaya, in-extend natin siya para makuha natin yung vertex. So yung vertex andyan, and then nagbawas pa tayo ng maraming areas. Masyadong mahirap na. Now, mangyayari kasi dyan, if you will apply the Spangel formula for only this green portion, hindi mo makukuha yung value ng moment diagram. Kailangan kasi negative 108. Just by applying the Spangel formula, base na 6, height na 42, then 2 plus 1, makukuha mo is 84. Which is, mali siya. So, sa problem na to, let's try na to extend the lines. And then, ano pala to? This is negative 108. So, without extending the lines, we can obtain this value. So, gagawin natin dyan, we will draw a tangent line from this point. Kahit hindi yan sa vertex. So, parang ito yan. Yung tangent line niya. And then, sir, ano yung slope yan? Ano yung slope ng line na yan? Diba, yung value ng shear, yan yung slope ng moment diagram. In the same way, yung value ng load at any point, yan din yung slope ng shear diagram. So, yung slope pala dyan, tangent to this point, ano yung load dyan? Diba, the load is equal to 4 kN per meter. But exactly at that point, 4 kN lang siya. Essentially, parang concentrated load at a point. Yan yung slope dyan. Sa point na yan. So, if rise over run is equal to 4, then parang ano siya? 4 vertical, tapos 1 horizontal naman. Rise over run. Now again, hindi yan drawn to scale. But masusolve pa rin natin yan. So, rise over run. This is 4. Ito naman, 1. Now, kapag 4:1 yung slope, then we can obtain this height. So, this height is equal to, sabihin natin, y1. So, y1 is to 6. Yan yung base niya. Equals, the slope is rise over run, 4 over 1. Pwede rin 4 lang. Therefore, y1 is equal to 4 times 6, which is equal to 24. So, gagawin natin dyan, kunin natin yung area ng triangle plus the area of this spangel by applying the Spangel formula na. Now, kapag 24 yan, then ano yung height na to? Diba, this height would be 42 minus 24. 42 minus 24 is equal to 18. Ayan. So, yung area pala ng shear diagram is equal to area ng triangle, 1/2 times base na 6, height na 24. Then, plus, area ng spangel, base is 6, yung height na i-consider is 18. Then, divided by n plus 1. So, 3. Input natin yan, 1/2 times 6 times 24, then plus 6 times 18 over 3. Ayan. Try to notice na nakuha pa rin natin yung same area, which is 108. Now, nakuha natin yan without extending the load para makuha natin yung vertex. We only apply the combined concept of differential and integral calculus para makuha natin yung 108. So, this is much more efficient than our previous solution. So, again, sa previous solution, marami pa tayong areas na kinuha. And then, nag-solve pa tayo ng height dyan, y, tas in-extend natin. Maraming ratio and proportion. But, ano lang, heads up lang, hindi ito yung pinaka-efficient na method sa board exam. Kasi sa board exam, shear and moment equation talaga yung importante. But this is quite interesting to learn din. Lalo na kapag andun pa kayo sa area method ng shear and moment diagram. So I hope na meron kayong natutunan and you can apply this sa exams nyo. Salamat sa pakikinig.